We've got a caller from Hyderabad. Ekambraya is calling us. If I remember correctly, we've taken your questions numerous times on chat. This is the first time we're speaking, right, Ekambraya? Thanks so much for calling us.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
I'm holding the Tejas Network about 125 shares there. At a price of high price, 1277. So I'm really in dilemma whether to exit or book the profit, loss, or to hold. What you say, please.
Okay. Can you help me with the reason why you bought this? Did you buy it to hold it for the long term, Ekambraya?
Yeah, this is, I'm looking for a 1 year tenure.
1 year tenure, okay. So let me then, Kushal, come to you on the charts. It's at 901, but it's up and about in trade today, up about 4%. Would you suggest holding on for a period of 1 year?
I would recommend him to sell his positions because the stock has undergone a very long phase of distribution. So it looks like the savvy investors have started to, chop out the stock. And I believe 984 is a very crucial resistance zone. And I believe any rise would, get rejected. So it's best to avoid this, counter because it's trading below 200 DMA with a negative crossover. So yeah, the bearish implications may continue further.
All right, so that's the view coming in on Tejas Networks. The next query is from Ravi Suresh, who's from Hyderabad. He's purchased RVNL 350 shares at 476 a piece, and he wants to know whether he should keep holding them or sell from a longer term perspective. Avinash, I'll come to you. Railways is something that will be in focus tomorrow on the back of budget. The past budget did not focus much on the railways, but we're expecting big announcements this time, in that area. A lot of brokerages have also come out saying that. What are your views with respect to the railway sector and RVNL specifically?
No, I think clearly, I think on an ongoing basis, we have been seeing that most of the railway, players are getting orders. The budget may not have announced something last year, but I think, railways is going to be a focus area for the government. I think very clearly in terms of infrastructure, in terms of, the modernization of railways, a lot of, action has already been initiated by the government. And I think this will continue for the next, say, 2 to 3 years. So I think coming specifically to RVNL, I think it has a very strong order book. My sense is that, unless the investor can patiently wait for the next 12, 15 months, order inflows will definitely come in. But I think how quickly the company executes these projects, execution is going to be very important. So I think RVNL is definitely standing tall and I think should do reasonably well for FY26 also. So keep a time frame of 12 to 15 months because, the stock has corrected from its buy price. But I think if he can patiently wait for some more time, I think he can definitely expect a decent risk reward.
That's the view coming in on RVNL. Moving on to our next caller, Tarun Agrawal from Ranchi is calling in. A very good morning to you, Tarun. I believe you have a question on Vedanta.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm holding around 800 shares of Vedanta at an average price of 411. Just wanted to know whether I should buy further, considering the demerger issue that is coming up, and today also the quarterly results are being announced. Can you advise me?
Perfect. Yeah. So you're looking for a fundamental long-term view on this particular counter, right?
Yes.
All right. Avinash, I'll come back to you again. Vedanta is going to post its earning, like Tarun said, and revenues may rise around 7%. EBITDA is expected to rise around 15%. And like he mentioned, commentary on demerger is something that, every investor is looking forward to. What are your views with respect to Vedanta? Should he keep holding them, add more?
I think holding the stock would be more prudent because considering the fact that the numbers are not going to be anything having any big fireworks. But yes, I think the commentary on the demerger is very important because I think that is the the forward way of looking how value is going to be distributed across the 5 companies which are going to be demerged out of the main entity. So I think, he can hold on. He's got a reasonably large quantity as of now. It's better that he waits for the results and the commentary because I think, markets are really looking at what kind of value comes for every company. The only positive part about this demerger is that, debt gets distributed. I think debt was a very big pain point for Vedanta on a consolidated level. So I think going forward, it's going to be only specific companies within this 5, demerger companies which are going to get re-rated. Of course, for the shareholder, these stocks come free of cost. But I think fresh buying, if it all has to be done, I think one can wait, for tomorrow's numbers and probably, once the demerger happens, one can pick and choose whichever company, has got the best growth prospects.